Jace Lejeune from Gridiron Football. We are continuing our Gridiron Football spring tours. We just recently were at Catholic High, we're at Dunham, and now we are at U High, home of the Cubs, here with head coach Andy Martin. And I appreciate Coach Martin, probably one of the most patient coaches out there. But when you got guys like these, I mean, they definitely deserve the praise. What can you say about some of these guys, seniors, juniors? They're talented, but it seems like they're carrying on that leadership role.
Yeah, no doubt. Each year you look to see who your leaders are going to be. We lost some good ones last year. We had a couple really good leaders in Harry Beecham, and it really set the tone on defense, and Seth Gale and Granville Anderson on offense. But you're starting to see out here in spring the new leaders emerge, and that's the fun part of it. In the offseason, in the weight room, and out here on the field, they start to emerge.
Yeah, and I know we had a short conversation during practice, Coach, but some of these guys are coming from track and making the transition to football, and some of the higher profile guys. But what's been spring like? Has the message changed any at all? Because I know it seems like y'all have really a chip on y'all's shoulder this year.
Yeah, to some degree. I don't know if it's a chip on our shoulder. It's just to continue to keep the standard here, and that's what we're all about. You know, we try to get the best out of our guys each game, and last year came up a little bit short against St. Charles. We gave everything they wanted, and they ended up beating us. So, you know, we played well and just couldn't get it done, and we're hoping that this year we can just take the right steps to give us a chance at the end.
Well, it always helps to return your quarterback right in the middle, and just having another full year, because he kind of got here in the middle of the year and everything, and then really took on that starting job in the middle of the fall. But what have you really seen from him, just knowing coming in that he is the guy?
Yeah, I think the grasp of the offense, you can see he's making all his reads right away. He's getting the ball out quick. The leadership part of that is coming along. So I think for him, he's so much more comfortable. And just knowing the guys better and all that type of stuff, you know, it just takes a little while, especially for a quarterback. And he had a great year last year. I'm looking for a really good year this year.
So obviously there's the guys that everybody knows about, like the guys we just talked to, Keelan, Lamar, Alec, those guys. But who are some guys that maybe are not, you know, as high recognized as them yet, but you feel like could really be in for a big year?
Yeah, I think we're really excited about our O-line. You know, we got Preston Jones and John Hebert, who have been starting for this will be their third year starting. Jarvis Brookshire, this will be his third year starting. So those three guys, when you put Lamar in there, and then we try to figure out who our fifth lineman will be, we're really excited about that. And then on the defensive line, Kaysen Hill's been working so hard. He's a defensive lineman that had a great year for us last year. He'll be a senior this year, and I think he's looking for a big breakout year. So between those four, then you throw in Jaden Glosson out at corner, who again has been starting since his sophomore year. Again, we got a lot of guys that have just played a lot of football, and so you mix those guys together, and I think it could be special for them.
Yeah, you talk about that offensive line. I mean, I would put that offensive line against anybody in the state. Those front starting five. But you mentioned the receivers, right? Seth Gale and Granville, who played in our Gridiron Football Bowl game at the end of the year. Those are two tough. I mean, they set all kinds of records for y'all. How's the receiver spot been looking for y'all so far?
Yeah, so Zay Martin's really coming on and doing a good job. He's had a really good offseason and doing a great job so far in spring. You got Trashad Bush, who again, he's a returner at tight end. We're kind of mixing him in and out from the inside at tight end, and then kind of kicking him out a little bit at wide receiver. But both those guys we look to really, you know, take the load for us, and then we'll see from there. We got a good group of guys competing for those next couple spots.
And then the running game as well. I know you have Keelan. I know that's definitely a good option to run the ball to, but you obviously don't want to tire him, right? So talk about the running game as well for y'all.
Keelan's going to be one of our good running backs. We got Corbin Odell, who's again he's just going to be a sophomore, but when he runs that ball hard, he gets lost in there, and then all of a sudden he's popping out. So between those two, we could also put Alec back there at some running back too if need be.
Yeah, so luxury to have as well. And then just what do you think is something that y'all need to continue to improve on? I know it was really early in spring, but what is something that you're continuing to push on?
For our guys, just kind of learning what we're trying to do. You know, we were doing a few different things, both offensively and defensively, and so just kind of cleaning that type of stuff up. We got some competition going on in our defensive backfield and linebacker, so we're going to see kind of what happens there. And we got a couple wide receiver spots that people are competing for. So between all those things, again, we just want to see guys get after it and see who's kind of taking that foot forward for the summer.
And just to promote y'all, Coach, coming up for y'all, just to wrap this up, and I appreciate your time as always. So coming up in the spring, is there any inter-squad, or is y'all have a spring game coming up? Just what's coming up for y'all? Yeah,
so next week we'll have what we call Parent Day. Is the parents can come out and kind of walk around practice and be there and kind of see how their kids are getting coached. We do that out at our complex, so that I don't mind if they're on the field and kind of watch, and then we'll do a little bit of inter-squad after that. So that's our big thing coming up, and then it's summer and trying to get into our tough schedule. So
Yeah, that's right. I mean, it's kind of like the SEC West out there. I mean, there's nothing easy out there, and covering a lot of y'all games, it was really fun and a lot of really good competition. Coach, any final thoughts on just the Cub Nation, just on what kind of team they should be expecting this fall, and why they should go out and support y'all this fall?
Yeah, I think you're going to see a tough team. That again, we're gonna put on a good show out there for them. Again, our fan support's always been awesome. Our student section, is one of the best that we have. So again, I can't wait to just get out there for them again, let them have some fun.
Absolutely, Coach. I appreciate your time as always, meeting up with you and talking with you, and looking forward. I'm sure we'll be covering a lot of Cubs football this year. So for all of our content, all of our Gridiron Football Spring Tours, make sure to go to our website. You can find us at gridironfootballusa.com.